Hello everyone and welcome to a vlog. This is definitely a new thing for me that I have not done in a very long time, so it's kind of crazy pulling out the camera and just doing it. But here we are, we're doing it, we're vlogging. I'm in my apartment right now and I wanted to tell y'all what exactly we're gonna be doing today. So for today's video, I have a good bit of stuff planned that I wanted to do. I want to take y'all out into the city. I want to take you to one of my favorite places, which is Kinokuniya. And for those of you who aren't familiar, I am a big manga and anime fan, and Kinokuniya does it all. It does way more than that. It's honestly just a good old Japanese bookstore. There's so many things about it that I love so much. They have an entire floor that is stationery and cute stuff. They even got some Studio Ghibli stuff down there. They have the whole floor that is just like essentially a library with like bookshelves, and they have calendars and cute little bags and things like that. And then the upstairs, that's where we're going. That's where I spend my money. They have entire shelves of manga. They have an entire shelf of Funko Pops. Like, it is everything to me. I love going there. It's one of my calm places. It's where I like to go to relax. Also, Princess Peach Showtime came out recently, and that is a game that I have been actually obsessed with. I am very excited for Princess Peach, very happy that she's gotten her own game. She deserves it. She is a queen. I mean, she's not. She's a princess, but she's a queen. You know what I'm saying? Kung Fu Tea is going to be doing this event where they have these peach-centered drinks, and the one that I'm going to be getting today is called the Spotlight Sipper. It is a peach oolong tea with aloe jelly. I mean, yum yum yum. And if you buy 2 of them, then you get a free little tiny tote bag to carry like drinks to your Switch that has Princess Peach on it. And I need it. I want it so badly, and it's free. Who doesn't like free stuff? I mean, and it's not free. You have to buy drinks to get a bag, but it's free. It's free. That's the girl math in my head. It's free. But before we get into any of the plans today, before we go manga shopping and getting our tea and Princess Peach Showtime, today I want to stay in the house and I want to make some matcha because I need my caffeine. The daylight is definitely on my side today. It looks really nice out, so I'm hoping that once I go out, the weather stays nice and that everything is all good and all dandy so I don't get caught out in the rain. It's been raining here in the city a lot recently, like way too much. Mother Nature needs to be stopped. It is raining truly too much for my plans. I can't make any plans because it's just raining all the time. So while I get the stuff ready to make matcha, I wanted to tell you guys about something that I've been like obsessed with recently, and that is Survivor. Like, I know that Survivor has been around for a very long time. Obviously it has its fans. It has like huge fan base, and I'd always wanted to get into it. I'd always wanted to watch it. Recently I've started watching. I've watched Micronesia. I did Heroes versus Villains. Currently watching season 33. I don't remember what the title of that one is. It's the Gen X versus Millennials, that one. It's really fun. I really like the strategy aspect of it. I love all the challenges. The challenges are fun. Some of them are very physical, and they're like shoving people to the ground, and I'm like, oh my god, that's a little much. And then I'm like, it's for $1 million. You know, if $1 million was on the line, I think I would also shove someone to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Right, let's make some matcha. So I got my matcha kit. I ordered it from Amazon from this Mars matcha. I had never heard anything about it in particular. I just went on Amazon. I wanted to buy a matcha kit, and this was a really cute one that I found. I liked that they had like different colors for the bowls, and so I just got this one. It's worked well for me so far, so I definitely enjoy it. Luckily for me, my local grocery store sells matcha powder. I know not every grocery store does, which is a shame. In my previous apartment, I was not able to buy matcha powder at the grocery store. The grocery store near my last apartment was very tiny, very small. It had enough for me to, you know, survive. Like, it definitely just had a lot of the basics stuff. It didn't really have anything out there, and I really appreciate that my grocery store now has a lot more options. I like to add a little bit more matcha because I enjoy having like a heavier matcha taste, so I enjoy doing that. Also, the sifting is one of the most fun parts. That and the whisking. If you've never made matcha before, highly 10 out of 10 recommend it. Like, I love a cold brew. Cold brew is my personal favorite. But recently, matcha, I like to switch it up, and a couple times a week now I will have matcha instead of coffee. And those days, it's a completely different feeling. It's a completely different kind of energy. I like to do mine with a little bit of oat milk. I do this brand for the oat milk, and then I add a little bit of vanilla syrup as well. I'm someone who likes their matcha pretty sweet. I don't really know anybody that likes their matcha bitter and watery as it comes. And the way that I do that is with vanilla syrup. I know some people like to use vanilla bean. We're living in New York City. We're working on a budget. We can't get the expensive vanilla beans. We can't afford them, okay? So the instructions that I normally use say that you should add more water than this, but I like to do like 1/3 of a cup because I don't want it to taste too watered down. My microwave is extremely loud, so if I'm talking louder, that might be why. There's a pigeon right across. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it on camera real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Look at that. Look at this. There's a little pigeon there. Look at you could barely see it. Oh, and he's gone. It's wild. We get some pigeons up here that sometimes they just like to hang out in the morning when I'm making breakfast. It's kind of crazy. Right, our water is hot. I actually read this online and I think that it does help extend your bamboo whisk's life expectancy, and that is letting it soak. There's a specific term for it that I'm forgetting. You want to make sure that your whisk is primed, it's ready. Like, you wouldn't just go to the gym and exercise without doing a little warm up first, you know what I'm saying? You don't sing without warming up. So your bamboo whisk, you got to treat it exactly the same. You can't just force your bamboo whisk to work before she's ready. You can't just do that to her. You got to let her sit in her little hot tub for a second. A little bit of the water, you want to do it in 2 separate batches. You don't want to do all the water at once. All right, and here's the fun part. You could just get to like whisk the hell out of it. So the way that you're supposed to whisk up your matcha once it's in the bowl is you got to do like this zigzag motion. So you gotta just whisk it back and forth, all crazy like. I know I sound like a psychopath, but like truly, oh my god, it's getting everywhere. It's hard to do this with one hand. I'm trying to film it so you can get like a good angle on it, but it's really, really fun. I enjoy doing this. I like to do like the back and forth of the zigzags and then the occasional circle. The way that you know that your matcha is all good and ready is gonna be when it's super frothy, super bubbly. That's when you'll know that it's done and you've incorporated enough air into it and it's all mixed. No joke, there are some mornings where I feel like I'm out here and my neighbors across the way just see me like looking like a full psychopath, just fully face in the bowl, making sure it looks right. So I have a glass right here. I'm gonna add some ice, and then after I add the ice, we'll mix everything together. I got a little magic trick for you. Let me show you. I can just add the ice without even having to go to the fridge. It's crazy. Here, let me show you. Whoa, look at that. Fresh ice. Look at fresh ice. That sounds a little weird now that I'm saying it. Fresh ice. I guess it is fresh because it's new. Like, I just made these ice cubes, so I guess it's fresh, but that's just never something that I considered, I guess. Also, this is my first time like filming in my kitchen, so I'm sorry if the lighting is like super whack, but like this is gonna be a lot of firsts for me today. I'm getting back into the YouTube scene, so I want to make sure that it all looks good. I will start with the vanilla syrup. I'll add that. Just a little bit, enough at the bottom to where you can see kind of like a little layer of it, like just a couple inches. And then if I like to add more, I'll add more. If I don't feel like I added enough, then we add in the matcha. You do this very carefully because the matcha bowl does not have a spout or anything to assist you in aiming. So your matcha, if you're not careful, could just end up all over your floor. You just did all that whisking, all that exercise for nothing. You gotta be very gentle, very careful. At the same time, I like to do it just one big old pour. Then you're gonna want to take your oat milk or whatever kind of milk you prefer. I just like my matcha with oat milk, so I like to do a decent amount. I mean, it is a latte after all, so I like to have a good amount of milk. So now you take your reusable straw because you care about the environment, and you put it in. You just mix it up. All right, let's give it a try. Oh my god, so good. So good. This is the way that I like making my matcha. It's different for everybody. Everybody has different tastes, but I highly recommend, like I said, if you're a coffee person, try switching it up every once in a while. Try making matcha. And we're back at home. Honestly, y'all, today was so much fun. I really had a good time bringing out the vlogging camera and doing the thing again. I haven't like picked up a camera and went outside and filmed anything in such a long time, so it was such a like kind of foreign but a similar feeling to back when I used to vlog and do all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of nice to get back to it. Honestly, I had a lot of fun today. There was a lot of cute stuff that I didn't take videos of it, but I did take pictures, which I will pop up right here. I saw this huge Pusheen plushie that was so cute and adorable. I just wanted to give it a big old hug. They had wanted posters for One Piece characters that I was very tempted to buy. They had little figurines of the Sailor Starlights from Sailor Moon, which I love, that I was also very tempted to buy. And because I'm such a big One Piece fan, they had a whole wall of those little like Funko Pop figures, and I already have a couple Funko Pops. I love them very, very much. I bought Katakuri and I bought Gear 5 Luffy because I think that they looked adorable and I wanted them. Honestly, Katakuri is my sweet baby boy. I love him very, very much. So this was a very good find today. I have them I have a couple ones on a shelf. I only have Katakuri out right now, but I added everything here. There they are, my babies, just on the shelf. I love them so much. One of these days I'm gonna have to go through my whole nerd shelf with y'all. Like, there's so many things over there that I feel like need to be looked at, and maybe I'll make a video where I go through it, who knows? Also, when I was on the way home, I stopped and I got a drink somewhere at like this little corner store, and I found these, which I needed to buy just because of how silly they were, which is Oreos that are Sour Patch Kid flavored. I have never heard of these. I didn't know these are coming out. It says that they're limited edition, and I think that's another word for gross, because these absolutely sound so disgusting. It says that the cookie is flavored. Oh, wait, no, it says both. It says both. It says that both are flavored Sour Patch Kid. This sounds absolutely disgusting, and this is probably gonna make me lose my appetite for dinner, but for dinner tonight I was planning on doing like this chicken dish. I've been really into doing like a little breaded chicken, fry that up, doing like a side of broccoli with lemon pepper on it. I cook with lemon pepper all the time. I'm like such a big lemon pepper guy. Alright, so here they are. We have the Sour Patch Oreo cookie, if you can even see that. It looks a little, you know, not great. Let's give it a try. Why am I nervous? I'm like nervous to eat an Oreo cookie. Oh, so it's gross. So it's gross, and I don't like it. So there's my opinion, there's my review. If anybody out there was thinking of getting these, then I highly recommend you don't, just to spare your taste buds. But it was an interesting find and an interesting try, so you never know. So for the rest of the night, honestly, I'm probably just gonna take it easy and I'm just gonna hang out at the house. I've recently been rewatching an anime that I love called Blue Lock. It is about soccer and soccer players and how they are competing to be like the best soccer player in the world, and they go through this intensive program, and it's a really, really fun watch. The animation is great, so I've been enjoying rewatching that a lot just because I love it so much. Fun fact about me, I actually used to play soccer for like 13 years. I loved it. Like, I spent so much time at like soccer practice, and it was so much fun. I loved soccer, and I don't play anymore, but it's one of those things that I have kind of always missed, and I kind of regret that I like never stuck with it and kept up with it. I would love to join like an adult league. I know that those exist, but I would need to like find it and go to it, and it's a commitment, but I do miss it, so maybe one of these days we'll go back to soccer. But watching Blue Lock has kind of been like my little, like, I'm living through them. I'm living through the characters in the TV screen playing soccer. And there you have it. That brings us to the end of today's vlog. Thank you so much to everyone for watching, for joining me on my little adventure today. I hope to come back to the YouTube community with a really big splash. I'm really excited to be back, and filming content again is such an exciting idea to me. Like, I'm really, really happy happy to be back and filming more stuff. I have so much stuff planned, like so many adventures I want to take you on, so much stuff I want to film of me doing in the city, in my apartment. Like I have so many ideas of things, and I can't wait for y'all to join me and just have some fun. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you enjoy and would like to see more stuff from myself. And I'm going to be doing some vlogs, some gaming, some nerdy content, some anime stuff. So if any of that sounds good to you, then come along for the ride. And I hope to see you all in the next video.